As parents, it's our job to teach our kids financial responsibility and independence. One excellent way to do this is with chores at home. For our family, this has been something we've been experimenting with a lot lately. Let me tell you a story. About 6 years ago, on a random Friday evening, I came home from a long day of work. To my surprise, I saw my 5-year-old daughter Zoe vacuuming our kitchen. I asked Nicole what our little one was up to, but she was just as perplexed as I was. During the previous year, we'd been working with Zoe to do her chores every Saturday morning, but she's never taken the initiative to do them on her own. After Zoe finished vacuuming, she asked Nicole and me to leave the kitchen while she put away the silverware as well. She told us that she wanted it to be a surprise. We let this cleaning frenzy go on for another 15 minutes or so before we stopped her and asked, "Why are you doing your chores today, Zoe?" She said, and I'll never forget this, "I love you and I want to help the Hill family." When those words came out of her mouth, my heart filled with so much pride and love. Our little girl understood what it meant to be part of our family. We don't just express our love through words, we express our love through action as well. Now, were the spoons on top of the forks when she was done? Yeah. Did she vacuum every last Cheerio on the ground? No. But at 5 years old, we weren't looking for perfection. We're just looking for her to understand why it's important to help and how her effort means a lot to us. Fast forward to today, my daughter is now 11 years old, and I'm happy to report that not only is she still doing her chores, but she's extremely helpful as well. It's not just cute anymore, it's really, really helpful. She knows how to wash her own clothes, dry those clothes, fold those clothes, fill the bird feeder, empty the dishwasher, take the garbage to the street, fill the cat dishes, vacuum the kitchen, and so much more. We're raising a responsible, family-centric, and independent girl, and I am so proud of her. I don't know if you can tell. And her younger brother is watching her. He's learning from her and contributing in the same way. There are so many benefits of kids doing chores at home. With my Zoe example, I shared some of them already, but here are some more. You are teaching them that being a part of a family means everyone contributes. They learn the importance of teamwork and collaboration. These are crucial life skills. Eventually, their chore skills get better and better, and before you know it, you're a lot less swamped as a parent. And while chaos might seem like the MO for kids, structure is what they really crave. According to the CDC, structure helps parents and their kids. Kids feel safe in structure because they know what to expect. Parents feel confident because they know how to respond, and they respond the same way each time. Routines and rules help structure the home and make life more predictable. With all the benefits associated with chores for kids, it appears to be falling out of favor in our society. According to a recent survey by BusyKid, which is a fintech app that helps parents manage the chore process, they found that while more than 90% of parents say they did chores as a child, only 66% of them regularly have their own children do chores. That honestly doesn't surprise me when we talk about generational wealth. The mindset from parents might be something like this. Well, I want my kids to have it better than I did when I was a kid, so they don't need to do chores. I think this is the wrong mindset, in my humble opinion, and there's research to back up that opinion as well. A 75-year Harvard Grant and Glueck study followed two groups of people, 268 Harvard graduates from the classes of 1939 through 1944, and 465 men who grew up in poor inner-city neighborhoods in Boston. The study participants were observed for over 75 years. So, what did they find? I quote, "The researchers found that those who were given chores as adults ended up being more independent, better able to work in collaborative groups, and better able to understand that doing hard work means that you're a valuable member of a community." Those are the types of kids I want. Those are the types of community members I want. So in short, chores are good for kids. Now that I've made my case that chores, when done appropriately, are great for kids' confidence, independence, and just the overall well-being of the family household, let's talk about how to get the chore tradition in motion. Number one, get on the same page with your spouse. Helping your kids learn the importance of contributing to household responsibilities, it's a big deal. That's why it's important to be in lockstep with your spouse on the chore rules and the chore schedule. It takes teamwork and consistency from both parents to help make this life-changing tradition become a habit for your children. Here are some of the things to discuss up front with your spouse before the chore process gets going. What are the chores we feel are appropriate for our child? Which chores should we pay for? And which ones should we maybe not pay for? When is the best time and day to complete these chores based on our family schedule? Some good questions to consider. Number 2, determine money chores versus family chores. When we started this whole chore and reward program, Nicole and I agreed that our kids would have both family chores and money chores. Family chores are activities that our kids do as members of the family. Some of these chores include putting dirty clothes in the hamper, setting the table before dinner, clearing dishes after meals, and making the bed. Money chores are contributions that go above and beyond typical responsibilities. In the beginning, when we started, Zoe would receive $1 for each of her money chores. Some of these activities where Zoe got cash included putting away the silverware, emptying the trash receptacles around the house, and putting away her laundry after mom and dad helped her to fold it. Here's Zoe in her own words about her typical responsibilities on Saturday morning around the house at 5 years old.
What is this?
A chore chart.
What are you going to do with it?
Do all these chores to earn a smiley face, smiley face, smiley face.
So you get a smile face on those.
Good job, and good job, and good job. And then Mama give me $1.
Awesome. So if you do all 3 of those chores, how much money do you get?
3.
Nice. What are you going to do with all that money?
I'm gonna spend for an iPad.
An iPad? Sweet! $3. Let's see. That's a lot of $3 to get an iPad. I love you.
I love you today.
That's my little girl. Number 3, create a consistent schedule. In the beginning, we found that Saturday morning was the best time to complete the money chores with Zoe and Calvin. In the years that followed, we all agreed that after school would be a better time, so the weekends could be set for total relaxation. Do whatever works for your family, honestly. We do our best to stay consistent with that schedule so it becomes the normal way of life for our kids. Remember that consistency thing from the CDC. When our kids get home from school, they know they have to complete those chores. They're used to it at this point. They know the structure. My 11-year-old doesn't require many reminders at all anymore. My 9-year-old requires a bit more encouragement, but he's gotten so much more responsible over the last year. Watching his sister has definitely helped a lot. Now, have we missed a couple of days here and there when we do these chores? Absolutely. But overall, the regular schedule has helped our kids succeed and truly bring a sense of harmony to our home. Number 4, be a good example for your kids. I learned this one from a bit of trial and error through the process. In the beginning, I would show Zoe how to put away the silverware, and then I'd say, okay, you got this, little girl, you got it. Then I would leave the room and do something completely different, like something that I maybe wanted to do personally. That didn't work. Minutes later, she'd get bored or frustrated or simply stop. What I learned, maybe obvious to most, is that my girl just wanted to be around me. She wanted to spend time with her dad. If her dad says that chores are important, then I should be doing chores too, right alongside her. When my kids are doing the silverware now, I'm doing the dishes right next to them. When I'm folding my laundry, she's putting away her laundry. This type of system shows her the importance of teamwork and family responsibility. As our kids have grown, they still appreciate seeing me work as they work. That's the true family teamwork, and really, when you see someone else working hard, you want to work hard too. That's in our nature as humans. Number 5, make chores fun. When your kids are young, you can easily make chores a little more fun for your little ones with a little bit of extra effort. Add in some music they like. That's a good way to go. My daughter is really into the most popular, like TikTok popular songs right now. But when she was younger, it was Disney music on repeat, man. Those jams helped her to work and to smile. If Zoe was in a great mood, she'd even let me play some of my favorite music too, but that was pretty rare. We've also done some challenges with them in the past as well. For example, hey Zoe, how quickly can you put away your socks and shirts? I'll time you. The time you trick. Oh man, that's so good. You just break out your phone and you time them and then the chore gets done really fast. It's amazing. Number 6, provide an emotional and monetary reward. When Zoe and Calvin were younger, every time they completed their set of money chores, I immediately did the following. Handed them the money in cash right away, physically got down on their level and told them how much I appreciated their hard work and contribution, and gave them a big hug. My kids are both big fans of money and all that you can get with it. They must have gotten that from their nerdy money dad. But after piling up their savings over the years, they've been able to buy some really fun things on their own, like movies for the car, or different clothes, or fidgets, or Lego sets, or Robux, video games, bikes, and even laptops. Even more than money, I think they enjoy the recognition, the love, and the attention they get for their hard work. Both my wife and I make a big deal about giving them compliments and telling them how responsible they are. Now there's a competition between the two of my kids about how loud we say, "You're so responsible!" If we're louder when we say it to one of their siblings, they want us to say it louder for them. You know what? Whatever works, right? Number 7, provide age-appropriate chores. Now, a major key to household chore success is providing tasks that are simple enough to do, but are also helpful. Here are some of the chores that fall into the simple yet helpful category based on age. Feel free to pause the screen as these ones go by. Now, as you're reading these are just some chores to consider. Remember, everyone's family situation is unique. Obviously, you're not gonna have your kid clear snow if you live in California, so modify this list and the ideas to fit your kids' abilities and your family situation. And I'd suggest that over time, the things that you used to pay for eventually make their way to the family chore list. For example, when your kids are teens, perhaps they do their own laundry because it's something that promotes good hygiene and planning and helps them become more prepared adults, and not something they should be paid money to do. That's just a hot take from this dad over here. In the end, kids doing chores is a good thing. It promotes a family-centric mindset and shows them that when you work hard, you get rewarded. If you're just getting started on this whole generational wealth and happiness journey and you need a guide, check out my new course, Make My Kid a Millionaire. It's got 10 in-depth modules on everything from chores at home to investing for their future wealth and everything in between. Check it out here or click the link in our video description. This is Andy Hill from Marriage, Kids, and Money signing off. Carpe diem.